life.
Welcome everyone again to our anniversary celebratory call of the 25th anniversary or start to celebrating 25th anniversary of ERI. And I'm so happy that many of you decide to spend the next 2 hours with us, celebrating together, coming together, dreaming together, and sharing gifts with each other. We are so thankful for each and every one of you being with us today, and we prepare celebratory, let's say, program for all of you, and there will be a lot of opportunities to come together, to meet some new people, to share some memorable experience with your old friends, and I'm sure it will be nice and exciting. But bear with us, we are a large group. We have 3 translation options, and a lot of technical things maybe can go wrong, but this is like in a party. You will find your own way and somebody to enjoy and to share your experiences. 25th anniversary is quite long, and 25 years is a lifetime for some people, right? So there's a lot of things that happen in the last 25 years and a lot of dreams that become true, but also a lot of things that we would like to achieve, inshallah, in the next 25 years. So who is the best person to start this journey with if it is not Sally, one of the founding persons of ERI, and it is our great pleasure that she accepted this invitation to give us some inputs and introductory words about ERI, about her vision, where we are, and where we are coming from, and where we would like to go. So Sally, I would like to give floor to you, and I think that Diana have also some accompanying presentation that she would like to share why Sally is sharing her words and message for us. So Sally and Diana, floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Leila, Maria, and I just feel so happy, full of festive, full heart to see everybody here. You know, it's true, the world over, birthdays and anniversaries are special times. It's a time when we take a time apart from our usual routines to notice, to recognize and appreciate people and events and organizations. It's a time when we are remembering birth stories, we are acknowledging the present, what's happening right now, and we share dreams for the future. And today, it's true, we are honoring, I can't hardly believe it, URI's 25th anniversary. And there are many people here, and I just want to thank each and every one of you for taking your time and giving your special attention to celebrate URI at 25 and to share together our dreams for the future. I am a founding staff member, Sally Mae. I live in Northern California. I worked with URI's organizational development, and now I'm serving as a senior advisor. So I would like to start by telling some stories. And one powerful birthing story might be called The Sleepless Night. In 1993, Bishop William Swing, serving as the Episcopal Bishop of California, was invited by the United Nations to help celebrate the UN's 50th anniversary. They said, "We'll bring the leaders from all the nation states to Grace Cathedral in San Francisco. But will you bring the leaders of the world's religions?" And without hesitation, Bishop Swing agreed. But that night, a burning question would not let him sleep. He said to himself, if the United Nations has worked for 50 years, making efforts for peace among nations, well, where are the religions of the world? They need to work for peace every day as well. So from that sleepless night, Bishop Swing committed to spend the rest of his life building an organization where the people of the world's religions come together to work for peace. His words to the first Global Summit planning meeting at Stanford University in 1997 heralded that we were embarking on creating something different and awesome. He said, Religions of the world will not finally gather because of our intelligent proposals. The religions of the world will only come together because of our compelling spirit. Have you come here to be clever in time? That could be helpful. But if you come here because a spirit of colossal energy is being born in the loins of the earth, then come and be a midwife. Assist in the awe at the birth of this new hope. Well, I believe 25 years later, that invitation is still alive and well. So from 1996 to 2000, hundreds of...
Sally?
Yeah.
That interpreters ask for a slower pace of reading, please.
Thank you, Maria. I'll let them catch up a minute. So from 1996 to 2000, hundreds of people from diverse cultures, religions, and sectors of society contributed their ideas in local and in global gatherings around the world. With the inspired leadership of the Reverend Charles Gibbs, URI's first executive director, the expert consultation of Dr. David Cooperrider, his volunteer PhD students from Case School of Management, the visionary consulting leadership of Dee Hock, and the voices of hundreds of idea contributors, URI's charter was created. The charter, including the preamble, it's our call to action, purpose, principles, and organizational design, continue to inspire and guide URI today. And even, in those first years, we realized we were giving birth to more than a global organization. We felt we were becoming a global community. There was a young boy at one of these first URI meetings, and he made a colorful star with origami. He lifted it up and he told the adults, when the people of the world's religions come together and talk with one another, there will be something there that wasn't there before, a star. And as you well know, at that moment, URI's logo was born, and here it is today. In 2000, at the time of the Charter Signing Summit Gathering in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, there were 70 cooperation circles. These are self-organizing interfaith groups, all committed to URI's purpose and principles. Today, there are 1,179 cooperation circles in 113 countries. They're spread among 8 regions of the world: Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, Latin America, and the Caribbean, Middle East and North Africa, Southeast Asia and the Pacific, and the multi-region. Over the years, URI's global community grew in numbers of members and multitudes of initiatives by local CCs tackling issues and needs close to their hearts. Their work spans 14 action areas, such as human rights, violence prevention, youth leadership, earth restoration, and social justice. The resounding theme through these years, URI, we are one. We need each other. We help each other. This calls us to connect, innovate, and co-create as a global family. People everywhere are called to bring their core values, religious and spiritual wisdom, and unique skills and creativity to collective action. And here are some highlights from recent years. In 2019, URI returned to Stanford University to host a major gathering, Accelerate Peace, with the leadership of the Reverend Victor Kasanjian, URI's executive director. URI regenerated its mission by strengthening networking skills to support the work of CCs, by revitalizing relationships and building strategic partnerships with the United Nations and other international peace-building organizations. Addressing URI's Accelerate for Peace conference, His Excellency Adama Dieng, the former United Nations Secretary General, Special Advisor on the Prevention of Genocide, said, "Thank you, URI, for your efforts. They will be recognized. If I had the authority, I would nominate URI for the Nobel Peace Prize. I decided today to become a member of URI. And when I retire to my home in Senegal, I plan to start my own local URI circle." From 2021 to 2023, URI embarked on a comprehensive impact assessment survey to gather information about the benefits of URI's network support to its member CCs. 94% of the respondents affirmed a strong positive sense of belonging to URI's global community, and they affirmed the leadership of youth and women in decision-making and prioritizing climate action. URI gives members more courage, more confidence, higher visibility, and credibility to start and carry forward the initiatives. And now in 2022, after the Global Council, that's URI's governing board, and the supporting advisory groups were restructured with the guiding leadership of Preeta Bansal, Jerry White became our executive director. And with Jerry's leadership, URI renewed focus on our purpose to promote enduring daily interfaith cooperation, to end religiously motivated violence, and create cultures of peace, justice, and healing for the earth and all living beings. Today, as humanity faces intensifying violence, environmental crises, inequality, and uncertainty, people across the world in increasing numbers are courageously stepping up to help. URI's network is helping people learn and share effective ways to stop violence, heal nature, receive indigenous wisdom, and work in solidarity for peace as an interconnected community. Later on this call, we'll hear more about URI's new tools for community building and peer learning and mobilizing for growth and focus and impact. So as we, the people of the world, face big societal breakdowns, URI is setting our sights for big breakthroughs. Here we are, we're 25 years old, we're strong and ready. We're ready to build the road forward and allow the road to build us. Today, URI is rooted in cooperation, commitment, and collaboration as we accomplish our aims and pursue our dreams together. At its very beginning, URI envisioned a world of people who are lifting up one another. We can see this vision in this art piece. Let's see the art piece. There it is. Look, there's planet Earth with the southern hemisphere on top. We did that intentionally, I believe, to proclaim a major shift in the current status quo is coming. It's an urgency to shift the love of power to the power of love. Those bright crystal jewels and threads represent the interconnections among URI's community. Each crystal light lights up another one, and that's what gives URI's community its resilience, its energy, and its integrity. In the words of a Buddhist sutra, it's called Indra's Net. It says, there is a cosmic web of interrelatedness that extends infinitely in all directions of the universe. Every intersection of the web has a glistening jewel in which all parts of the whole are reflected. So dear URI, we're here to wish you a long life where these glistening jewels grow by the thousands and they endlessly amplify everyone's positive action and good strengths. So thank you everyone here for being part of URI. Happy birthday, happy anniversary. And I'm so happy to be with you on this very special day. Thank you.
Thank you, Sally. And each and everyone here is a valued member of URI. One of the things that we inherited from our Indigenous friends is the idea of a circle. Each of us is exactly the same as the other. We may look different, we may speak different language, have different ages, gender, but we are in a circle because together we are stronger. But among us, there's the dreamer. We have Bill Swing, the one who inspired this amazing community. So Bishop Swing, if you can unmute yourself and say hello to this amazing community that responds to your dream.
Yeah, great to see you. My goodness. I don't usually wake up at 6 o'clock. But to wake up at 6 o'clock and see this family together from all over the world is really quite good for the heart. Spiritual cardiology. I love seeing your face. I love remembering. The memories are so deep and so rooted in times where we didn't know what we were doing and taking one step after another and trying to put words on a page and trying to get people from all over the world together at Stanford and trying to pay for it and trying to imagine, okay, we got an idea now, and how do you make it work? And you don't make it work just on paper. You make it work on the ground with real people and not just ideas. And all the trial, error, mistakes, the successes, and all the overwhelming joy, just overwhelming joy. When we get together and look at each other in the eye and think this is happening and we're in the middle of it, in this a blessing. And no one had the answers. We had to, and we didn't create this by ourselves. We had to go outside to get the guy who invented the Visa card to help us create this thing. We knew in the heart what we wanted, but we didn't know in the head what we wanted. So I went to D. Hock and said, what you did with banking, could we do with religions? And later on with spiritual traditions and with indigenous traditions. And so good old Dee helped us. We sat there for years with him in a room trying to figure out what's the design going to be. Everybody used to, when I was starting out, people kept saying, what's your design? What's it going to look like? And I couldn't tell them. I had no idea what it was going to look like. I said, okay, well, let's take the United Nations model and see where it works and where it doesn't work. And it was very clear that we couldn't be a united religion and not United Nations type thing because they have representatives and officials and all that stuff. And we'd have to go to the top of religions. We wanted to go to the grassroots, so the United Nations model wouldn't work. And what about the Rotary Club model? What about Alcoholics Anonymous model? What about, so then we tried all the different models out, and then Dee Hock would say, but what do you guys want? Regardless of all the models. So we kind of built it thought at a time and aspiration at a time. And it was such a it was such an amazing moment when we finished and looked at it, and oh my golly, this is what it could look like, and this is what it could behave like, and this is what it could accomplish. And just to see the charter and to see the community that built the charter and to get started, people kept throwing in my face, well, you're a Christian, you're in San Francisco, ha, ha, ha. Nothing good comes out of San Francisco except crazy stuff. And you'll never get all the religions, and you'll never get all the races, and you'll never get all the indigenous. And yeah. So we heard a lot about that. But there were...
Here we are. But here we are, right? But, look at this community and how many more.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think I've talked enough, but honestly, I just feel like after 25 years, we just have base camps all over the world. And now, next 25 years, it's time to climb. We got to go way beyond where we are. We're off to a good start. But what the world needs from us, we've just barely scratched the surface. But we'll get there. With the same group that's here, new ones coming, babies are being born who are just right for this, and we'll get there. Thank you very much.
Indeed, we will get there, because we are not going to get there alone. We are going to get there together with those that have been there forever and those that are new to URI. We want to hear all voices. We are going to give voice to 2 or 3 more, but we are going to get into rooms so that all of us have something to say. I heard someone from Burundi saying, we have to be stronger in Burundi. Someone that said, bless Bishop Swing and his idea and dream. There are so many words that we want to say today. But we do have Preeta Bansal among us, our Global Council Chair. Do you want to say hello, Preeta?
Hello, it's great to see the community gathered. I've said for a long time, URI is a big, hairy, audacious goal of bringing so many people across cultures, across traditions together. And that's represented in this room. It's represented in all the parts of our heart. And it's just a beautiful vehicle for resolving all of that. So thank you for all being part of this wonderful goal.
Thank you, Preeta. And I see Alana come in from Israel, and Philippa from Australia, and Haiti from North America, and Martin and Richard, and so many known faces. And I see Jerry White that is smiling and is pushing for the 25 years to come. So Jerry, do you want to say something?
Oh, can you hear me? Yes. Welcome, everyone. When we're on Zoom, we see all these boxes, but it's if we could see ourselves in circles and rippling out to the world, I think that would express the dynamic energy that Sally was describing from the founding, and Bill Swing as well. The seeds that have been planted over the last 25 years are miraculous and growing. We have interfaith gardens in all regions of the world. And as you heard, I've only been here for 2 years of the 25, but looking forward to seeding the next 25 years of vision and impact. I think, as Bill Swing said, we may have just scratched the surface, and this real importance to focus and our real concern about the state of the world, that civil society is in trouble in many areas, that human rights have been squashed in many areas, and that religion-related violence has been growing faster over the last 25 years. So that's why you see such a strong push by all of us to resurrect that portion of our mission to end religiously motivated violence. We still have work to do, and I'm super excited to be working on the vision and the strategy this summer with each and every one of you. So thanks, Maria, and thanks for everyone planning this celebration. It's really exciting to be here.
Super, Jerry. And because all voices are accepted here, anyone who has a voice to say, not a long paragraph, just a word to add to this before we go to our breakout rooms. Many voices have come through the chat, but yeah, if you feel bringing your voice, don't keep it inside. Seems everybody is excited to go to the breaking rooms.
Greetings.
Hello, can you hear
Hello?
me?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello? Oh.
Yes. Yes, Lynn.
Yes, I wanted to say to everyone that behavioral science has total proof finally that all red, yellow, black, and white are connected. There's Resonance Academy, Nassim Haramein has proof, and worldwide that all humans, red, yellow, black, and white, are connected. And if any of us are angry or upset, our answers are inside our soul, that we were cut off from our soul vibrations, and our chakra systems have been destroyed because of these warmongers. And with internet now and EarthCam, and with you guys, thank you, with URI, we can help everyone say, hey, you need some help. Who are you? Let's find out your soul purpose, and we can develop new community, heartandsoul.org. We can develop soul purpose jobs for all humans now.
Thank you.
Get them connected worldwide. Thank you.
Thank you. The light and the connected and the science is helping us to understand how this community can even be more impactful. And Alana, before we go to the music that Diana has prepared for us, have a little bit reflection before we go to breakout rooms, a few words from Israel. Elana.
Shalom from Jerusalem. It's just very exciting to be here, see all these marvelous faces, many who I've known for over 20 years and wonderful new ones that I don't know. I just want to say that I see Mamoun's face, Haji Mamoun from Amman, Jordan, and he and I met in East Berlin 20 years ago at the first MENA assembly. And in the MENA region, Israelis, Arabs from all different countries, Palestinians have been working together, trying to build bridges for peace and understanding and trust. And you all know what's going on here. No, you don't. You're reading the news, but you know we're having a horrible war and a horrible time here. And I just want to say that being here with all of you and feeling the deep energy for religions to unite, to create peace in the world and to overcome violence just inspires me and really gives me a wonderful feeling. So thank you to everyone. Shalom.
Shalom. In one of the regions that has growth the most is Asia and India. So the last voice we are going to give at this moment to Matakuti, who wants to greet us from India.
It was a great moment we had just now. We came out from the celebration, 25th year celebration on behalf of South India region. It was a fantastic gathering we had from different leaders from different religions. And it was a continuation of that celebration to this call, community call. Thank you and wish you all the best, and may look forward to have more meaningful another 25 years. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best.
Matakuti. And I remember when we signed the charter, this beautiful preamble, purpose, and principles that guide our way of being a community. There were charter signings all over in India, in South America, and now we are celebrating URI's birthday again in different parts of the world. In India, as Matakuti is just sharing with us. And a few days ago, we had a celebration in North America, and Diana is going to bring us the music that was played on that special Circles of Light occasion.
Sounds like when we sing it out of our heart. One more time, That's good. Here we go, guys. We're ready. Everybody, clap your hands. Come on, I want to see you use those instruments. Here we go. So there's a light. There's a voice that's calling us. There's a voice that's calling to go higher. There's a message we carry, and we won't grow weary. We'll keep fighting until the whole world is singing. This is your part right here. It's the sound of peace. Sing it out. Yes, I hear you out. It's the sound of freedom ringing out. There's a light down within. Don't let this world cause it to dip. Keep shining. You're in the circle of light. Come on, clap, 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 clap. Oh, you look good with your instruments. Here we go. We're going to sing it again for you. There's a light that's shining. There's a light that's shining on us. There's a voice that's calling us to go higher. There's a voice that's calling us to go higher and higher. There's a message we carry. And we won't grow weary. We'll keep fighting until the whole world is singing. Come on, let's sing, everybody. It's the sound of peace. Sing it out. There you go. It's the sound of freedom ringing out. There's a light down within. Don't let this world cause it to dim. Keep shining until the whole world is singing. Come on, one more time, real loud. It's the sound of peace. Sing it out. I hear ya. It's the sound of freedom ringing out. There's a light down within. Don't let this world cause it to dim. Keep shining until the whole. What is the world singing? Come on.
Yay, we want to shine. This is the sound of peace because we are together. And our voices will be heard in small groups now. We have amazing stories of work together, also of challenges, but we are as a community to help each other, to support each other. So I pass to Leila, and I will do the magic so that you are in different rooms.
Yeah. Thank you, Diana. But thank you, Maria, for giving me floor, and huge thank you for Diana for bringing us the spirit of joy with this beautiful song, and that we will all have chance to see a little bit, at least bits and pieces of what happened on the 18th of the Circles of Light Gala. So it's great, and I think this we can call virtual Circles of Light. And I will just share my screen for the second so that it will be easier for some of you, let's say, to follow our instructions, since there is a lot of us on this call today. And I know that all of you are eager to meet each other. So we would like to bring you to the smaller groups of 4 or 5. Maria will do the magic. And we would like to invite you to introduce yourself in this smaller group by sharing your name, where are you coming from, how are you affiliated with URI, are you CC member, individual member, staff person, trustee, whatever, maybe completely new person to the URI. And we would like to invite you to share most memorable experience related to your involvement with URI. We know that some of you are here for 25 years, some of you are here for 5 days. So we would like to give a chance to share some of the most memorable experience. And if you are completely new to DRI, please share what are your expectations. What are you looking forward to see in the next 25 years? You will have more or less 8 to 10 minutes to spend in this group. So please enjoy meeting the new persons in the group, sharing about your most memorable experiences or memories, and sharing some new things that you would like to see in URI for the next 25 years. So Maria, can you do the magic? And I hope you will all enjoy meeting new and seeing some of your old friends.
And one of the strong values of URI is appreciation and also being able to listen to others. So let's get into rooms and listen to each other, the experiences and what we have been doing in interfaith to end religiously motivated violence and to create cultures of peace, justice, and healing. Off to your rooms. I hope that the stories were nice and vibrant, because this is the type of a community that we want, a vibrant community. And I'm sure that it was too quick because you had amazing stories to tell.
Yeah, welcome back everyone, at least in my group. I was kicked out of the meeting in the middle of my sentence, so it was amazing. And I was just telling Diana that I know her for 10 plus years, and this was the first time that I heard about her most memorable experience with URI and how she started, and I was impressed. So I think that a lot of similar stories has been shared in all these groups. And we are a large group, and I hope that you had at least some time to meet somebody in your smaller groups. And please use chat option to continue discussing, share contact details with each other. But we would like also to hear a few voices before we move on with our program. So if you would like to share something and something interesting happened in your breakout groups, if you make some new friends in this 10 minutes or something, please use this opportunity to unmute yourself or raise your hand, and we will offer 1 or 2 of you space to share in a bigger group how was experience, in a smaller group what were some of the most memorable experience, and who did you have the chance to meet during this 10 minutes. So yeah, the floor is open if some of you would like to share how it went. There's a lot of us on the screen, so it's very hard to see if somebody's raising your hand. So please, yeah, either raise it by using the option or just unmute yourself and share. Or use chat option. Everything is more than welcome. Okay, so it seems that it wasn't enough time, Maria, right? I think people are still processing.
I saw Angie going closer to the microphone, so she might want to share something with that happened with
Okay,
Vincent
Usman or Angie?
and then Usman. Come on, Angie. Yes, Indonesia is present. Can you share? You're muted. You can't unmute. That's strange. Let me see what happens. Usman, can you unmute yourself and share your story?
Or
Okay.
Rosalia. Okay. Yeah, whoever will be unable to unmute
Okay.
for herself.
I'm not. I'm
Yes,
able to unmute
Usman.
myself right
Yes,
now.
go, Usman.
Yep.
All right. Thank you very much. And thank you for the opportunity.
Okay.
To who has the floor? Do I have the floor or he has the floor? Let me know.
Usman, the floor is yours.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. So I actually was in a room with Ambassador Musi and Jerry. We actually discussed a lot, and it's actually rang a bell in my head. For Musi, yes, I know him. We've met, one-on-one. We attended training and meetings together. But for Jerry, was actually, somebody that I happens to know and see today, right? His face, and we talked about two things. The new strategy of campaign through, violence prevention through using health approach, which is really a new strategy to us, and we also feel that it is the one of the best way to go, because it's not enough to just pass the information or just to say this is for example, hate speech is not good, and things like that. But what we can actually say and do that can resonate, with the people. So using the word contagious, for example, where I even started example with a smile, based on the learning that I had through the training we had on violence prevention with Karen, that smile is also contagious in nature. One video that was shown to us, somebody that was just laughing, and everyone in that bus or that train actually started to laugh as well. So we share those experiences, and we feel that we are now moving with a step forward towards having a kind of inclusive arrangement where everyone will have that opportunity to say, okay, yes, this is what we think is good, and this is what we think when we do it can actually jeopardize the relationship and others, and also networking among ourselves, and also partnership. We cannot do it alone. You or I cannot do it alone. So getting more individual organizations, as mentioned by Musi, was another thing that was also so very important to us, as a group in that room, that we need to have more individual organization on board, so that we can continue to share the experiences and all of that. So it was actually a very fascinating thing for me to learn from these two people. Thank you.
Great, huge thank you, Usman, for sharing this. Definitely more smiles and more partnership for sure. And this is great that we are all having fun on the call, smiling, making it contagious. I think Karen will agree with this. And also there is a lot of in the chat information about different organization, your affiliation. So please use this opportunity. And now we will give floor to the Rosalia. Please, can you share what happened in your group, or what would you like to share with us?
Rosalia?
And I hope that translation will work.
Rosalia, are you ready to share? ¿Estás lista para compartir? Sí.
Jayaya, Jayaya, Madre Tierra. Jayaya, Jayaya, Uri. Jayaya para todos. Jayaya para todos. Un gran Jayaya para Bill, nuestro obispo. Soy de pueblos indígenas de la Argentina. Y quisiera hacerle un regalo a la Uri, porque ha dado la posibilidad a los pueblos indígenas del diálogo con las religiones. Latinoamérica fue colonizada. Quisiera darle un regalo de una música. En 1997 llegué a Uri. No sabía y no sé hablar el inglés, solamente hablo español, y de alegría de ver todas las religiones que estaban hablando, para mí fue una oportunidad muy grande. Perdón, estoy emocionada, porque Uri está dando la oportunidad del diálogo a los pueblos indígenas con las religiones. Vamos
Sorry.
ahora. Sí.
Rosalia, I'm not sure. Is everybody receiving translation? Okay.
No, we are not getting translation.
Okay. So Rosalia is sharing that she is very much moved at this very moment because URI has given Indigenous people a place in the interfaith world. And there was a lot of suffering, and she was afraid of religions, but because of URI, she is able to be in dialogue with religions, and she's very moved by the situation.
Quisiera agradecer a todos los hermanos indígenas que están presentes. Creo que no hay muchos, o a lo mejor soy yo sola, porque yo quiero seguir en este trabajo del diálogo con las religiones. Que haya más comprensión. Nosotros queremos transmitir los valores y conservar los valores de la Madre Tierra, que no es religión.
We want to share, and she wants to appreciate the Indigenous that are in this call, because Indigenous people are committed to share the values of Mother Earth, because the Indigenous cosmovision is not a religion, is a way of caring about Earth that everybody can learn doing.
No quiero hablar mucho, pero quiero agradecer a todas las religiones, expresiones espirituales que están presentes, a pueblos indígenas que están presentes. Sigamos adelante. Lograremos la paz cuando haya entendimiento, cuando no haya discriminación.
Gracias, Rosalia. So she wants again to thank the religions, spiritual expressions, and Indigenous traditions that are sitting together, because we are going to achieve peace only when we are listening to each other and helping each other.
Thank you very much.
I think Angie and Vincent now are able to unmute themselves.
Hi everyone, I'm Vincent from Malaysia, right now in Singapore. So earlier when we had our breakout room, it was quite interesting because we have 3 different type of generation. So the first one was the founder, Bishop Swing. Then I myself, I've been with URI for about a decade plus, and Angie is close to 2 months. Yeah. So one thing that I noticed is throughout the whole generation, as well as the many years of URI development, there are a few things that connect us together. And that is one, the people of URI. And second one would be the value that we believe in. And this value has something to do with our daily activities that we do, which relates to how different people from different backgrounds, different faith come together to create a difference. So that is the value which I got from the sharing itself. So Angie?
Yeah, I think we also emphasized on the unity of URI. No matter how long have you been in URI, we all feel the same belonging and connection as a family. And as a unit, we strive to give back to the larger earth, the world as URI, and keep supporting our members and CCs. We can be a platform to create a learning opportunity, to educate the world, to make a change in the world. So the three of us are all looking forward to that. And we hope to see another 25 years of URI together. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. This was really beautiful, like intergenerational. And thank you, Vincent. Thank you, Angie. And just to try to resolve the problem with the translation, after we came back from the breakout groups, our settings on a Zoom come back to the beginning. So if you would like to listen to the translation, even though if you are listening in the English language, you need once again to go to the globe and choose either English, Spanish, Arabic, or Hindi. So some of us were able to hear a translation when Rosalia was speaking, others didn't because probably they didn't choose English on their translation. So please do that. And in order to finalize this part of the call, we will give floor to DRI Lima so that person behind this can share whatever he would like to share, and then we will move forward. So thank you again. Yeah, floor is yours.
Yuri?
Olá. I don't speak English. I speak Português. E pouquinho de espanhol, ¿ok? Mas eu vou escrever pouquinho em Ok.
Yuri, puedes hablar,
Oi.
te
Posso
traduzco.
falar?
Cortito,
que bom.
cortito.
Ok. Tá. Me chamo Yuri Lima. Falo diretamente do coração da Amazônia.
I am
da
in the
cidade de
heart of
Manaus.
the Amazonias. It's a newly generated CC.
Ok. E temos aqui no nosso ciclo temos cristãos das mais variadas vertentes.
Nosotros tenemos we have a very different activities here in the Amazonias.
Imigrantes e indígenas.
We have migrants and indigenous.
E temos nos esforçado a promover rico diálogo.
Which has forced us to have a very rich dialogue.
No campo das ecoespiritualidades.
With the eco-spirituality.
Mas também na responsabilidade que as tradições religiosas têm com a floresta amazônica.
And sharing the responsibility that all religions have with the jungle and with the Amazonians.
Ok. E também no cuidado com o meio ambiente do mundo.
And we also share the responsibility to take care of planet Earth, of the whole world.
Para finalizar, eu gostaria de presentear a todos com uma palavra que é indígena e que tem muito a falar dos 25 anos da URI.
And in order to finish, I want to give you as a present a word that is an indigenous word from Amazonias for you all celebrating the 25th anniversary.
Esta palavra é ajuri.
Ajuri.
Que significa estarmos fazendo tudo juntos e amando juntos.
And this word means we are doing together and we are loving together.
Obrigado.
Thank you, Yuri.
Beautiful. Obrigado. Thank you very much for this gift, and thank you, Maria, for your gift of translation. to us. So I know that probably some more of you would like to bring your voices, and then there is more things that can be shared, but for the sake of the time, we will be moving to our next part. And this is celebratory call, but also we are looking to the future and what we would like to achieve together in the next 25 years. So that is the reason why we decide to dedicate part of this call announcing some more exciting things that are coming our way. And one of it, which will hopefully bring us all together as a community and help us easily communicate together, is our community space or platform that will be launched towards the end of this year. So we would like to give floor for the next few minutes to the Ruben, who will shortly introduce this new platform, the features, and you will be able to learn more about the platform itself. So Ruben, can you unmute yourself, and the floor is yours.
Sure, thanks, Layla. Wonderful to see you all here today. I'm coming to you from Davis, California, Patwin Lands, and I'm the Director of Learning and Impact Strategies here at URI. And we're really excited to be in the process of designing a URI app, an online platform that you could access on your phone. We're still in the earlier stages, so this isn't an official launch. We're just giving you a little teaser of what is to come. And I'll do that in part by actually showing you, if I can, I'm going to try to share screen from my phone. So you can actually just briefly see where we're at in the process. Though, again, this just warning, this is the alpha version. The beta version is coming out next week. And so I'm going to give you just a very tiny little taste, if I can here. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see how this works. If I do this, let's see if hold on, give me a second here. I've been learning how to do sharing screen on my phone, so as you all know, technology can be let's see if I can get to it here. Let's see what happens here. So here you can see there's a little URI app. If I click on that little URI app, you can see here, this is what the URI app would look like. You'd have different kinds of communities, spaces. You have sets of conversations that you can scroll down through to join different kinds of conversations. And there are events. So here's like Circle of Lights events that you can click on to join and so forth and find more information. And you can make asks and offers as well. And I promise to keep this kind of short. So just giving you a little sense, and you can create various kinds of things. You can do direct messages. So you have a bunch of the normal kinds of features. You can search by different kinds of communities. So just giving you a little taste. Again, this is a very early version. So, so just to give you a little exciting taste of
Ruben,
what is to come.
This means
ahead,
that
Mia.
this big URI community will able to have on the phone an URI app and connect with each other, plan events together, exchange ideas. Is that true?
That is true, Maria, exactly. The purpose of this is so that everyone can directly connect with each other online and do so via their phone. You can connect for direct messages. You could connect for building collaborations. You could connect with asks, asking for support of a variety of sorts of ways, or to offer support in a variety of ways. And you can post events that you are creating to invite folks to those events, and or to calls to action of various sorts. So in light of this, just to invite a little interaction here, I'd love to see, and maybe if we went back to the full screen so we can see everybody's faces, Diana, just love to see some reactions. Like, so there's basically three features. You can either create conversations or participate in conversations. You can do asks or offers, and you can create events and calls to action. So I'm just curious, maybe like see some reactions on the screen, either visibly or in the chat. Like if amongst those three, if you had to prioritize one, let's see, how many people would be really excited about creating conversations or joining conversations, participating in conversations around collaborations, around religious, interreligious questions and so forth. Maybe some reaction on the screen. How many people would be really excited about that?
And I
I
hear
see
that
lots of reactions. Okay.
yoo-hoo from Isabel in the chat.
How many people, and you can also use the chat, put some thumbs up or some emojis or emoticons or whatever you'd like. How many people would really love to be able to make asks of each other, or to offer things to each other? Maybe it's skills you have, maybe it's material resources you have, maybe it's information you have, whatever it might be. How many people would love to do asks and offers? Still see lots of thumbs up. So a little less people, more people excited about conversation, looks like, than asks and offers, but I'm still seeing like some reactions here. This isn't an official poll. And then third, how many people would love to
what about languages and what many translations is a resource? You are right.
Yes, there are it would be available in all the I don't know about all the in like as many languages as possible. I'm not going to commit that there's going to be 500 languages on there, and we're still in the earlier design stages, but definitely all the major languages would be available, so people can interact and use it in their own language, and there'd be some capacity for translation. Thanks to AI, nowadays translation becomes a lot easier on online apps and spaces. So, and again, this isn't an official launch. There'll be lots of questions. There'll be lots of other things to come. I'm just giving you a teaser here. So hold some of your questions. We'll get to them in due time. And then the last little thing was just checking in. How many people would love to do calls to action or invitation to events? How many people would use an app for that? I see some thumbs up here, some reactions. Yeah. Sweet. So those would be the three main features. You could create conversations, join conversations. You can do asks and offers, and you can invite people to, you'd be able to invite people to events and or to calls to action of various sorts. And of course, it'd be organized in terms of communities. So in a sense, every single cooperation circle would have its own community space. So there'd be all these communities set up. That'd be your primary form of organization. And communities could also be around certain themes, around certain action areas, around certain regions. So it'd be a variety of different kinds of communities within the space. And I am seeing, yeah, more. There's going to be, I know there's going to be lots of questions. We will get to your questions all in due time. This is just a teaser of something exciting to come, help us connect more directly across the network with each other, rather than necessarily just through like certain like more limited channels like email or Facebook, which everybody isn't always on and is more focused around members and individuals in a sense. So this will be really dynamically focused around the communities interacting for cooperation, for collaborations, and shared learning and exchange of resources. So really focusing on reciprocity and exchange within the space. More details to come. That's just a teaser. Layla and Maria, thank you for a little time for this, and look forward to all that we learn from each other as we explore and get engaged in this kind of new way of connecting as well.
One of the things that is basic in URI is principle 17 that says that we give and receive, and this reciprocity will be clear in this app. And I know that the team working on this, Sarah and Diana and Ruben, of course, are trying to have this app be accessible and easy to work with. So don't be afraid. One more app, one more connection complication. No, it's going to be easy, and we are going to work well so that we can be communicated as long as we want.
Maria Usman has a question.
Yes, Usman.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a question, but it's something that might not be necessarily this time around. It's really interesting, you know, coming up with this app really help us to network and also to learn. But I think maybe since it's now, I mean, just starting, I'm looking forward to a time where we will have like, you know, in the app, courses, you know, like a kind of a safe, I mean, pace, you know, self-paced courses. For example, the violence prevention, you know, peace building, and I mean, some of these courses that would be in the app where one can just log in and, you know, begin to take those courses that will be there, and also perhaps maybe a kind of you know, certificate at the end of the course, like a kind of automated certificate that would be generated after one has done the course. That will really help. I'm not saying now, but maybe in the future or near future, if we can have that, will really help us to, you know, those that have the skills and the knowledge can actually drop those courses that would be self-paced courses for members, CC members, you know, to learn how to participate, you know, and all of that. Just like throwing it out there so that we begin to think about it in the future. Thank you.
Yeah, yes, Usman, that is definitely a consideration that we are tracking, of the capacity to offer courses, to be able to do self-paced courses, self-directed courses, and so forth. Again, like Maria was saying, we're starting simple. The goal is to be simple and accessible to as many people as possible. So the inviting to events, the creating of events and calls to action would be the first step towards these kinds of courses. And so, yes, that is definitely something we're tracking. And the great hunger there is to learn across the network and to learn from each other and to grow one's skills in violence prevention, peace building, earth restoration, whatever it may be within our spaces, trauma healing, etc. So yes, we are tracking that as being a really important piece of the puzzle. So thank you, Usman, for naming that and highlighting that for all of us. Francoise, I see your hand is up as well.
Francoise? Francoise, do you want to say something?
Yes, good afternoon from Cameroon. Good afternoon from Cameroon. I'm very impressed to be part of the program today, and I will not like it to end without saying a word. It's very interesting to be part of the celebration. What I want to say is that URI is having an impact in Cameroon. Actually,